We just finished 5 state elections. Could say to a large extent disappointment, but then big win in Telangana, historic, emphatic win for the Congress party in Telangana.
Thank you, JP. I think Congress party and lots of people in the country and parties in India Alliance, we are all expecting us to get a couple of more states in this election. We did have a big victory in Telangana from say about 10, 11 MLAs to 64 MLAs, and a huge jump in the percentage of vote, number of votes, and all that thing happened. But then we thought there could be much closer contest in these 3 states. Somehow that didn't happen. But nevertheless, when you look at the big picture, we did have more than 10 lakh votes coming in our way. And the percentage-wise also we are a little ahead. And number of seats also is not very far. But then loss is loss. Elections come and go, losses and victory are there. But I think we need to start strategizing for 2024 election, bring back the narrative of common man in the forefront, the issues that we raised in the parliament in the past few years. Again, I think that we need to bring back to our narrative, build up a narrative, and fight a good election in 2024.
Well, you are in the middle of these 5 state elections as far as Congress party is concerned. After the results, what are the main takeaways for a party as such for you?
See, it's good that, in a way, it's good that we know what are our strengths and what are our weaknesses. And we know where we failed. We know why we didn't get the votes in some of these states and all. So we can now re-strategize, look at things in a different way now, paraphrase and re-articulate our issues in front of the people. And I think there was a bit of anti-incumbency in Chhattisgarh and then and Rajasthan. I personally had been to Rajasthan several times, and I really felt that we will be having that state back with us. But then I think a bit of infighting there. I cannot hide that. There was a bit of infighting. There was a bit of election management problems, some coordination problems. I think largely because of these that we lost the election. And obviously, Bharatiya Janata Party, the way they spend the money, the way they try to polarize and divide and bring.
But Madhya Pradesh, was it overconfidence?
See, I think in all these states, I think overconfidence was one factor that was there in all the 3 states. And then election management and coordination was also a problem. Like in Telangana, the way Congress party fought there, entire Karnataka Congress was there, entire Maharashtra Congress was there. We were very aggressive. Our guarantees, our declarations, and the way we took on BRS there, I think that gave us result. Had we coordinated in the same way in these states, and had we gone with the same aggression in these states, I think we could have had better results there.
Akhilesh Yadav was on Manch this morning. He said, "Thoda ahankar tha Congress ka, abhi kam hua hai after the results."
ठीक है, जब रिजल्ट्स में जीत होती तो एक अलग कॉन्फिडेंस होता है, हार होती तो ठीक है, थोड़ा पॉट शॉट्स लेते हैं लोग. मैं उस पर ज़्यादा नहीं जाऊंगा, लेकिन मुझे लगता है क्योंकि जो इंडिया अलायंस जो बनाया गया था, जो बात हुई थी, लार्जली लोकसभा इलेक्शन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, 2024 इलेक्शन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ही बात हुई थी. स्टेट इलेक्शंस के लिए बात नहीं हुई थी. बट नेवरदलेस हम लोग जो है हमेशा अलग अलग स्टेट्स में जो वहाँ पे जो दूसरे पार्टीज हैं उनको अकोमोडेट करने की कोशिश किए हैं. अगर अकोमोडेट कर सकते हैं तो शायद हम लोग को थोड़ा और बेहतर रिजल्ट्स आ सकते थे. कई टाइम ऐसे जब चूक हो जाती है तो वी लर्न लेसन्स फ्रॉम दैट.
Well, the narrative is being set for the 2024 parliamentary elections. Just couple of months to go for that. The BJP seems to have their task cut out. They have the narrative set. Abrogation of Article 370. They have Ram Mandir. They have development projects. As a principal opposition, where is the Congress?
See, now it is both Congress plus India Alliance. We have raised several issues in the past about unemployment, about poverty, about state of economy, Chinese incursions, the misuse of autonomous institutions in our country, attack on democracy, a continuous attack on constitution. All these issues we are regularly raised these issues in public domain and in parliament and also the parliament also. We are also fought for like farmers, for MSMEs. Whenever there were issues coming up in the parliament, we raised these issues. I think broadly these are the issues for alliance partners, India Alliance group in the coming election. Now, what is more important is we are fighting with definite agenda, we are fighting with definite issues in front of us. This is our narrative. But then on the other side, when you have a party which is completely fighting on muscle power, for money power, and completely fighting with divisive agenda, and whenever there's a divisive agenda, there is bound to have some support for the majoritarian politics that happens in the country. That is how they are winning the elections, I think. Now, we have learned some lessons from these elections. We have also learned lessons from the states where we have won, Karnataka and Telangana.
Yeah.
So I think we are already in a mode to reorganize, re-strategize, and re-articulate our issues.
When you talk about the guarantee scheme, two states have bought your story, Telangana and Karnataka. In the Hindi belt, we saw a new narrative of Modi guarantee. Was it Modi guarantee versus Congress guarantee and Congress lost out?
See, when Karnataka election was going on, the same Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the same Bharatiya Janata Party went on record to say that these are reveries, these are freebies, this will hit the development agenda, you are misusing the taxpayers' money and all kinds of things. But they learned their lessons from Karnataka election. And what did they do in Madhya Pradesh? What did they do in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan? The same reveries, same freebies, what they called, they went along with that. So the guarantees which they gave, it was not that Modi guarantee. The guarantees which they gave was the guarantees which we gave in Karnataka and Telangana. So I think they also had some votes and some support for their announcements that they did, especially in Madhya Pradesh Ladli scheme. The way they improvised and since the government was there, they actually implemented it. I think they got support for that scheme. So BJP, they speak about one thing in one election and they will adopt the same thing in another election if they feel that it suits them. That is how they do their politics. But then we have our agenda clear. We stand for the poor of the country. We stand for the have-nots of the country. We stand for the marginalized sections and the downtrodden. Our aim is long-term, that what our freedom fighters have spoken, what our constitution aims at, that we need to have an egalitarian society, both in terms of social and also in terms of economy.
Right, sir. Last question, we are running out of time. For the headlines on the news, today's developments in Parliament and yesterday is the breach of security. Your comments on that and then we'll end this conversation.
See, I would just like to say, there was an MP from the ruling party who brought 2-3 people in the parliament. It was a complete breach of security. You are not suspending that MP. There's no inquiry against that MP. But then you suspend MPs who are asking for a discussion and statement by the Home Minister for the breach of security. 22 years ago, there was breach of security, and you know what happened, how many people died when there was attack on the parliament. 22 years later, we gave Shraddhanjali that day morning, and afternoon this thing has happened. So, a party and a government which cannot give security to 750 MPs in the parliament, what kind of security will they give to the country? This is something which the people of our country has to ponder on.
So you'll continue the protest?
Protest was there. Now, for protesting, they have suspended our MPs, opposition MPs, Congress and other parties MPs. Now there will be protest not only for the security of the parliamentarians, but also for reinstating these parliamentarians. We have supported and cooperated with the government for the past 2 weeks in the parliament. We thought that this session will end well. We never thought that because of the results that they have got in these states, this government will be more arrogant, more adamant, and will take these kind of steps and will throw out 16 MPs from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And the other parliamentarians and colleagues of those who have been suspended cannot be mute spectators. They'll come back. They'll come back tomorrow. There'll be more. Maybe there'll be more protests. But this is something which is unacceptable in our democracy.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for joining on this Manch.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.